Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So we're gonna see the stupid court proceeding that was potentially wasn't okay, sure, the first charge you could put through, but there's no evidence that George Floyd was not overweight. There was no certificate saying he was not overweight. So that could have paid alone his death. Second of all, he was leaning on his shoulder beside his neck. Therefore, that is not suffocating someone. It may have helped him die, but there is usually more than one problem if they are not dead on their neck. That he wasn't. Now, I'm not saying that it was. It could have been all, but maybe researching a bit more before you make assumptions that may not be, correct. They never are with the left-leaning Americans because they don't that much right. Sometimes I do. Occasionally. Same-sex marriage, yes, I believe that, but some of the stuff they put out is a piece of... It's just crap. It's bull crap. What the swears is I don't want to get, demonetized and I'm civilized. But it's genuinely not a smart idea to not do on partially factual information. Partially is not fully factual information. And that's bull crap. So, they had 45 witnesses, okay. Well, where were the bystanders for the policemen? Hello. 45 and then 0 is not a fair trial. He needs to have some support. Where are those 30% of the nation, 50% that disagrees with it? Where are them? And also, I find it contradictory that the people who are rioting and destroying people's, work habits for saying it's the George Floyd. Well, would George Floyd have wanted white people to be rioted because one policeman was white who did it? There's probably been suffocation of white people by policemen. There's been suffocation by white people against white people, black people against white people, but does the media talk about that? No, because white people deserve it to stay the majority. It's just so damn offensive. It's inhumane. Also, the rioters. Why aren't they being punished? Yeah, maybe someone like Simone, who is not black, doesn't even may have small African heritage, it's probably primarily British heritage, can't really speak on the issue. White people should not care about a black person's issue more, because the black people are the people that are quote-unquote victimized. I'm not disagreeing, they do go to prison more often. Maybe to do poverty, maybe to do slavery and that stuff. But it's a bit too far of a line. You're cutting pretty fine on the slope. And there were riots by the court the day before. So obviously, the court proceedings had a bias towards the rioters, because otherwise they'd riot again, and then that'd be called unpeaceful. And then they'd blame the judges for that non-peace. And, so you're saying you're banning, interesting. You're saying you're open to other people's opinions. Yeah, you're not. Now, I'm just saying, if you're punishing the dude with those 3 counts, Where are those rioters that are raiding people's places in California, Minneapolis, Los Angeles, San Francisco, more San Francisco because they are literally liberal, like New York or any of those cities. Why aren't they being punished? Why aren't they being punished for destroying people's livelihoods? You are destroying someone's livelihood by destroying their business. They must have put so much effort into that business, and it just gets thrown away like words coming out of someone's mouth. Just spits along the ground. And I don't think, I'm pretty sure even George Floyd would have said, maybe don't do that. Be peaceful. A riot is not peaceful. It was not a Black Lives Matter protest. It was a Black Lives Matter riot because they were destroying people's places. And I'm putting my point of view on the issue because there'll be so much of a press putting their point of view and condemning my point of view. And it's just simply not true to humanity to have such a strong tendency to one way, even though so many people disagreed. It should have been like a 6-3 split. That I would have been like, sure, okay, that is a true choice, but unanimous. It's a bit touchy. Cutting the line very fine between good and bad. It's very fine. Okay. That's my video. You asked for more videos. So here you get. Yeah. Obviously, I felt sad for George Floyd's family because it was death, whatever it was. Good on you guys. Just one word of advice. If you're in America thinking of going to riot someone's place, how would you feel if your workplace was destroyed? How would you feel? Sad, disheartened. How would you feel if you couldn't put your point of view based on the same issue that you guys are fighting against? Race. If you're white, they won't put you on television. They won't put you on international coverage because it's all about black lives. But is it? If white people then rioted because they white, the issue is wider than just black people. Think outside of the box. It isn't that small. It isn't that difficult. Also, yeah. Think before you emotionally, his daughter and his stuff and his wife. Don't put all of your emotion on the ground because of that issue. This is seriously not even my top issue. It's nowhere near it. I have way further issues than this, like abortion. I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to get demonetized and I want to get paid. Urge it. But yeah, pretty much, in conclusion, I'm not super strongly against it. I'm just saying, bring more information before, or, have more, opinion diversity based on the people. Based on the point of view of the nation. Don't just, or point of view from Minnesota, not just Minneapolis. Because we all know cities have a tendency to lean to the left. You need to put all opinions, all areas in Minnesota. It's not just a Minneapolis, it is a local Minnesota issue. So, put every single person's opinion. Now, again, Don't get pissed off at me. This is only my opinion. Do not get annoyed with it. Do not get pissed off. I'm not trying to say it's okay what they did. I'm not trying to say that I'm against George Floyd's family and all emotional. I'm just saying, calm down before. Like, think before you do. Don't just think, oh yeah, that family, think about don't just think about would the victims want it. Would George Floyd support people rioting places? No! He's not an idiot. Don't do it. Now, if you do think of doing it, if I see footage, and if I lived in America, I'll be calling the 911 ASAP. Or filing a complaint to the state court. Because it's not okay. Don't do it. You are making those people feel even more scared and more wanting to do those things if you guys are rioting. Riots won't solve issues. They never will, they never have, and they never should. Be more civilized. We need to be more civilized than we need to think with our heart 100% of the time and be emotional. It does not work. Now, if I was feeling emotional, I'd be probably protesting to the New Zealand Parliament with a Yankee, the cowboy hat and blue t-shirt, but I'm not doing that, because I'm thinking, that's not cool. I'm doing just as bad as they are. Don't do it. And if you're religious and you're doing that protest, what would God say? He would be disappointed in you. You wouldn't go to heaven. Even though it says do not judge, He will judge people for doing things that are inhumane. Just saying. Don't do it. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully, this video that's viral. Don't send hate comments, because I'm not saying I'm against, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. Guess I'll tell this background video. I'm supporting, George Floyd would not want those riots. He would not want them. I give condolence to him. Maybe some of his less emotional family. Less emotional. Think before you speak. Don't just speak because you've heard it. Think, analyze, be smart, analyze the information before you do. Because you're going to be just as bad as that counter argument. Now, I'll see you later. Have a good day. Adios. Hopefully this gets appealed for having not fair proceeding because of the riots and potentially the people not learning enough information. Now, I'm saying give a fair trial. Don't lean to my perspective or their perspective. Be in the middle. Because that's fair. All good, all good. So, if you guys would like to support my ideas, subscribe to the channel. Watch my videos, share the videos, get them viral. Because we need the other point of view on the table. It is a wide issue. Now, I'll see you later, and goodbye. and it froze.